Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are. Welcome to another Verbling class. Today's class is about conversation. We'll get started shortly once students arrive in the class. Good morning, Albina. Your microphone's not working, you're on mute.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good evening, actually, here.
In Russia.
No, I'm from Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
Kyrgyzstan was a part of Russia. It was a former country.
Part of the former Soviet Union, I take it.
Soviet Union, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
history's
it's
changed.
Yes. I wanted to join your classes 3 times, but something happened and I had to change my mind. But finally, today I have a good possibility. And
Excellent.
I'm happy to try your class.
Well, I'm glad you could make it. I actually have 2 classes back to back today. I have one right after this as well.
Okay.
But this is a new time slot for me, so I only have 4 students, so you'll get a lot of talk time in this class. An awful lot.
I think they will join. Usually they're late. Students like conversational classes.
Well, normally I teach much later in the day, and the classes normally sell out, so I'm usually packed.
Yes,
But
I know. I saw your schedule. Usually for us it is night.
yes.
Late, very night. So that's why it wasn't convenient. But surprisingly, you have classes at daytime.
Well, you see, I'm actually on vacation this month, so this is not my real job. This is what I call my second job. So what I'm doing is I'm teaching classes in the morning, so it forces me to get out of bed early, and then I usually have the rest of the day available.
I see.
Well, Albina, thank you for coming. Let me just say hello to the other students that we
Okay,
have with us here this morning. Hello, Ellie.
Hi there. Hi, Simon. How are you?
Good. How are you this morning? Are you having a good week?
Yeah. I was actually too busy this week.
I hear that. I wasn't very busy. It was a very slow week. I think it's partly because of summer, but I know
Okay.
when I get back in September, things are going to be very busy, which is nice.
Right. Okay.
So are
Nice
you
to meet you
excited?
today.
My pleasure. Where are you from, by the way, Ali?
I'm from Iran.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so we got people from 2 different continents so far. I know that Saiban's from northern Iraq.
Okay.
So, this is great. I love it when we have diversity in the classroom.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I'll get started shortly. I just want to do a brief introduction. Hello, Saiban. Welcome back.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, teacher. Good to see you.
Yeah, isn't this a better time?
Yeah, it's better time. It's 3. It's almost 3:30. It's 3:00 there. I mean, it's
3:30?
3:00. Yeah, p.m. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could, if it's 3:03, you could just say it's 3 o'clock. You don't have to be
Yes.
precise.
Yeah. Okay. It's 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, guys, some of you haven't taken my classes before, so let me do a brief introduction and explain how I run the conversation class. My name is Simon, and I'm from Canada. I am British and Canadian. I've traveled, I've lived in Canada, the United States, England, and New Zealand. So I've seen a bit of the world. I enjoy teaching. This, to me, is what I wish I could have my real job be, but I've got a good job and I don't want to change that, so I do this part-time, so I really enjoy it. The conversation class is all about you guys speaking, not me. So in a minute, I'll stop talking. What I'm going to do is I'll start off with the first round where you guys get a minute of talk time. We'll take turns, and then we'll go to the next round, and I'll make it 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It gives you guys more confidence, more time to talk. Now, it's not really, this is not what we really do in conversation. We don't sort of time things, but in a way, we enter situations where you might only have 30 seconds of talk time, such as you meet your boss in an elevator. Or maybe just before the start of a meeting, you might only have a minute or two of talk time. And it's helpful to try and get your thoughts together. So what I'm going to do at the end of your time, because I have a little timer here, you'll hear this sound. When you hear that sound, your time is up, and if you could stop talking, then I'll go on to the next student. So I'm going to start with Albina, then I'll go to Ali and Saiban. If other students come in, then I'll change the order a little bit. Albina, I'm just talking to you for a little bit. What's on your mind? Is there anything you'd like to talk about today?
Yes, I'd like to talk about a vacation or holiday. It is summertime, so it is good to discuss this topic, I think. Which kind of holiday would you prefer, a backpack holiday or a range holiday? So I mean backpacking, so hiking, trekking, or something like that. Because I had a dilemma last month. I had to choose between camping and convenient, comfortable holiday with all modern convenience. And I'm capricious, spoiled by civilization woman, so that is why I preferred to usual holiday. I cannot imagine myself living in the tent. Maybe people can prove that this rest is better, or maybe they will support my opinion that we work so hard.
I like the start to your conversation, and well done. You're very good at speaking. Yeah, that's a great topic. For me, I would rather go in 5-star hotels. I'm older, my back isn't so good. I want to sleep well. But 20 years ago, I would have chosen backpacking for sure. All right, Ali, you've got a minute. What do you think? I love that conversation that Albina started us with. Backpacking holiday versus 5-star. What would you prefer? Ellie, can you hear us, or are you having trouble still?
I can hear you right now, but I didn't get the topic actually. It
Okay,
cuts a lot here. I'm trying to join through my phone, but I can hear you right now.
Okay, so would you prefer a backpacking holiday or a 5-star holiday? Which one would you prefer? Okay, so it looks like we're not getting any with you. I'm going to move on to Saiban. Let me know when things are working better for you again.
All right. I prefer a backpacking holiday.
Why? All right, yeah. You're breaking up so much. I can really. There's not much I can hear from you.
Okay, I'm gonna join later on in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sounds good. All right, Saiban, what kind of vacation do you prefer? Do you want to rough it with a backpack and a tent, or do you want some special comfort like hotels and massages?
Okay, teacher. Before I came back to Iraq, actually, I planned with my friend to go to Miami Beach, but unfortunately, we didn't make it because of some financial problem with my friend. But it was my first experience to go with a package vacation. So we Google it, and we saw a lot of offer that the package. I prefer actually the package of vacation. So as you know, in the United States, you can find a lot of good offer, good deal with the holiday maker company. So and we find one offer was, I mean, covering everything. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and that's a good topic too. So what Saiban was bringing up is things such as Airbnb, where you can actually find places to stay in New York City or London for less than $100 Canadian, which is just really, really terrific. All right. I really like this topic. I think it's great. I mean, the last class we had kind of it developed into a more of a sad topic, and I like this vacation topic. I'm on vacation. So let's kind of stick with that. Now, Saiban and Albina, would you guys like to have a conversation with me, or would you like to talk with each other?
I'd like to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, that's
So we'll try that one round, and then the next round I'll have you guys talk with each other. So I'm going to give you each 2 minutes of talk time now. And you can just talk, or you can ask me questions and engage me. It's not conversation if you're not engaging somebody, but I'll let you decide what you would like to do. So Albina, let's continue on the topic of vacations.
May I?
Yes, Albina, go ahead, please.
Okay, I just wanted to double check if you can hear me or.
Just a minute, Ali. It's Albina's turn.
Okay.
So we are looking. So can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly now.
We are looking forward for vacation for whole year. We work so hard, so I don't see any reason to do my usual routine during my vacation. So I decided that I deserved this time just lie and to do nothing. And this year was, we had especially a hot summer this year. I don't know about your country, but the temperature was so high that we haven't had for 100 years. So that is why luckily I had a vacation. And while other people were suffering from heat, I was in school. I am not going to boast off. I just said it was coincidence, my vacation and the enormous heat in our country. So the time was great, and I think it is a fortune for me. And the lake, we have a mountain lake. Its name is Issyk. It is very unique and special, so people from all over the world come to visit this place because it never freezes, even in winter time. And the water usually is very cold, but this year it was enormously warm, 25 degrees. So that is why it was unique year for people. So something is changing in nature. And maybe I will have possibility to visit this place one more time at the end.
Thank you very much, Albina. Sounds nice. All right, Ali, you've got 2 minutes of talk time. When you hear that chime sound, that means your time is up. We're talking about vacations. What do you think about? Do you like vacations? Do you go on vacations much?
Yes. Just if I may just add something about the previous question, I take a lot of hike and mountain hiking.
Nice.
And that's why I'm a casual backpacker. I usually go around Tehran and around the country with just backpacking. I prefer to stay in the nature, countrysides, and yeah. So and about the vacations, yeah, I usually go to countrysides, even for my vacation. I usually take day trips or 2-day trips. We go to, basically we go to the nature. We have various attractions over there. So I usually plan my vacations in a way that I end up in nature,
Nice.
That's the way I do it. Yeah.
I love that as well. I used to have a Corvette, which is an American sports car, and I used to love to get in it and just drive. I'd go down to Lake Placid, New York, or I'd go down to Boston, Massachusetts, and I'd take the top off. And it was a very fast car, but it wasn't about driving fast. It was about the open air. It was almost like taking a hike because you can feel the air, you can smell it, and it's so much more enjoyable than flying or just driving in a car.
True. Like those road movies.
Yes, road
Classic
trips.
road
We call them
movies.
road trips.
Yeah, true. Okay then.
So some vocabulary here: road trip and day trip. And I'll give you one other: staycation. This is not really a word yet, but staycation means vacation, but you don't go anywhere. Sometimes these can be more relaxing than traveling because you can wake up when you want, you do what you want. And I have a bit of a staycation this August. Day trip means traveling anywhere where you're not gone for more than a day or two. It's usually just a day, but sometimes it can be like 2 days. And road trip is anywhere via car. Buses are on roads too, but we don't think of a road trip with a bus. It's usually a car or something where you're driving. All right, Ellie, thank you very much. That was a great part of the conversation. Anna just joined us. I'd like to say a big welcome to Anna, one of my regular students as well.
Hi, Simon. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, what a pleasure to have you so early in the morning. Did you have a good night's sleep?
Yes, I just woke up and it is lovely starting the day with your class.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel the same way. Anna, we've been talking about vacations. I just told everybody how I'm on vacation and I'm having a staycation. Why don't you share with us what you like about vacations and maybe one you've got planned?
Okay, my last vacation wasn't a vacation as well. Oh, either, sorry, either. It was a staycation.
Mm-hmm.
But from time to time, it is nice to have a staycation to relax because I love traveling. It's very exciting, but really we don't relax when we just travel because we have so many activities to do and so on. But when you are on staycation, you have nothing to do, and it's nice from time to time to have nothing to do.
I agree.
And what else? Uh, I've been traveling on vacation inside my own country. I know every region in Brazil, which is a huge country, and I just traveled abroad to the US in my life.
Well, that sounds nice. You know, I'm doing a staycation. I'm off for 5 weeks. And they said at work, well, what are you going to do? I said, I'll let you know when I wake up the first day. And today I decided I want to teach. So I've got like 3 or 4 classes today. Tomorrow I'll have a massage and maybe I'll go to the bank. I know, crazy, huh? Sunday I've got nothing planned. And then on Tuesday, I think it's Monday and Tuesday, I do a lot of classes. Outside of that, I think on the 15th, I'm going to a lake not far from here, and I'm going to enjoy. Maybe I'll do some fishing. But I certainly plan to do a lot of relaxing. Sorry, Anna, I took a lot of your talk time there.
No, I enjoy listening, and I am very happy that you are going to set up a bunch of classes. I will take all of them.
Excellent, excellent. Well, there's one right after this, by the way. Well, guys, the conversation I had with Anna was a bit more of a conversation because she engaged me, and that's what you want to try and do when you're at work, when you're meeting people and you only have a short bit of time. Make sure you're not doing all the talking, okay? So next up is Saiban, and after Saiban, we're going to do another round, and this time I'm going to pair you up with each other where you will engage each other with some small talk and conversation, and I really think vacationing is a good idea to stay on that topic. Well, Saiban, you just recently got back to Iraq, so it sounds like, and you were in Florida. Where else have you traveled?
Syria, just before it did the Syria, it's damaged, and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, these two countries, both of countries, they are really has a close culture to our culture, to Iraq actually.
Yeah, they are very different cultures, but it's hard to find a country with a very similar culture to your own.
Yeah, actually Syria, it's, let's say, if I just give a percentage to Syria, if I just compare and give a percentage how it is close to our culture, it is like 90% close, even with the corruption, everything. It's exactly matched to our country, I mean Iraq, to be more specific, northern Iraq. So it was really a good experience actually.
A lot of people say that they can't tell a difference between Canadians and Americans, that those countries too are very, very similar. And it's true, the countries are similar, but the difference is it might only be 5 or 10%, but those differences are huge.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. It's like I'm British as well, so I see how Canadians are much closer to the British in terms of sense of humor. What kind of humor do you have?
Okay. To be honest, I don't know how to say it, but I didn't quite get the question. I mean, what do you mean that what kind of humor? I mean.
Well, each country has a different sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think I get it. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Rats, time is up. But this is something interesting too, because when you travel, understanding a country's sense of humor makes a difference. Americans have a very slapstick kind of humor. Their jokes are very simple and sometimes crude. Canadians have a very similar sense of humor to the British, where it's the jokes aren't always obvious. They're a little more dry. Canadians, though, well, the British have a self-deprecating sense of humor. The Canadians more will pick on other people. So, like I said, each country is different. The French are different. The Germans are different. And that kind of makes a difference when we're traveling. All right, I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes of talk time now, but I'm going to pair you up. So I'm going to pair up, let's see, we got some new students in here, so I'm going to pair up Saiban with Albina. You guys have 3 minutes of talk time between you. Now, it's important, you need to ensure that you each have an equal amount of talk time. Now, you're not going to get 1.5 minutes each, but try to pay attention to how much time you're talking and encourage your partner to talk as well. So you guys have got 3 minutes. Saiban, why don't you start off the conversation?
Okay. Hello, Albina. Where are you from?
Hello. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. It's a small country in Central Asia. We have a border with China and Kazakhstan. And what about you?
I'm from northern part of Iraq, so it has absolutely different culture from rest of Iraq, but we still inside the Iraq. Okay, and may I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Which country you are? I mean, which country is really close to your country about the in term of cultural? I mean, side?
Cultural side. So actually, we are Muslim country with Muslim tradition, traditional family. I'm not Muslim. I'm Russian because our country was a part of USSR before. We are former part of USSR, and so we are close to Muslim countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and I cannot say Afghanistan, of course. We are between between Russia and between Pakistan, Afghanistan, something in the middle.
Okay, sounds good. It's actually about my culture, as I just mentioned. The is also a Muslim country, and the culturally it's very similar to. I mean, might be very similar to your country about the
Yes,
your
probably
religion.
yes. Have you ever visited other countries in Central Asia? And what countries would you like to visit?
Okay, since in United States I have lots of Chinese friends, so I would prefer to visit China because I have some friend over there, and they offer to us such a good place to be visited in China, and it's really huge. How about you, please? Could you please say
So what country would
about
I visit? We
China?
China. So we live very
Yeah.
close to China. So we have so many Chinese people here, as probably all countries in the world. And I don't think that I want to visit China. For me, it is a close country. I had one group mate in Lublin. He said that it is not easy to live in China.
Thank you
So
very
we
much.
ran out of time. Thanks. What can we say?
Unfortunately, yes. That's something about travel. Sometimes we want to get as far away from the familiar and to explore the exotic. Thank you very much. Well, since you two started your conversation, two more students have joined us, so we're going to have a bit more talk time. So what we're doing is we're having 3 minutes for conversation where you're engaging another student. For those of you that just joined us, I believe it's Hussein. Welcome, Hussein, and Ali. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead with Anna and Saiban, and then you guys will have a chance to speak, but at least that way you're familiar with how the dialogue is going. So, Anna and Saiban? Well, you know what? You can pick the topic. I'll leave it completely up to you, although this class we have been focusing on traveling, backpacking, and camping. Go ahead and choose how you'd like to navigate the conversation or pick a completely different topic, Anna. So, Anna, let's go ahead and start the conversation. Hold on, let's see. Let's see here.
Okay.
Sorry, Albina, you were speaking with who?
With me,
Saiban,
teacher.
right?
I just take my
Yeah,
turn.
I thought so. So, Anna, you would talk with Ali then. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, please, Anna.
Okay. Hi, Ali. Where are you from?
Hi, Anna. I'm from Iran. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil. Do you enjoy traveling?
Yes, I do. I travel a lot actually, but I take day trips, quite short vacation time.
And do you travel more for business or for leisure?
No, I travel for leisure. I usually go countrysides and yeah. What about you? Do you have any vacation plan this summer?
No, no. I am allowed to take just 1 month per year, and I already did it. And next year, I will go to Ohio in my vacation, on my vacation, sorry, to study English, to take a
Oh,
course there.
okay, okay. What kind of vacation spots do you recommend from Brazil?
Um, the Amazon rainforest to see a place called the Meeting of the Waters. It is
Uh-huh.
when the river, the Black River and the Solomons River meet with each other, but the water doesn't mix. And the view is impressive, because
Oh,
you cross with your boat, and also there are a lot of animals there. I also um, would you would suggest to you to go to Granada in the south of Brazil during Christmas,
uh-huh.
because the city is
Okay.
very beautiful, and there are plenty of beaches here. You know that there are a natural reserve and island called Fernando de Noronha, which has a coral reef.
Ah, coral
And
reefs. Okay.
yes, 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 and it is very, very beautiful. It's very preserved, pristine, but you need a special permission, because they just allow an amount of tourists every time,
Uh-huh. So
each
it's a
time.
like a protected area, right?
Right, right, yeah, and that's
Uh-huh.
the reason for it to be
Ah,
so beautiful.
great. All right. Oh.
Have you ever experienced any kind of prejudice while you were traveling?
Any kind of prejudice? Well, not actually. I've been to Norway. I've been to Southeast Asia, but I haven't encountered any prejudice as a tourist or stuff.
Thank you, guys. All right, now that was actually a good conversation. I found it very interesting, but Ali was very good at asking questions that were, and he's one of those people that can ask questions where the people he's talking to have lots to say, but the problem sometimes is, and you might have noticed this, Anna, it was so exciting what he was asking you, you had lots to say, and then unfortunately we didn't give Ali as much time to speak. And when we're speaking with people like this who have lots of questions and don't talk as much themselves, it takes a little bit of extra effort to get them to open up as well. No, it's fine, Anna. It's a great example because this happened to me a lot when I was dating when I was younger. I would ask questions and the person would ask questions back and not talk as much. And finally, I would just say, look, I want to get to know a bit about you as well. And tell me a bit about yourself, right? So if you're being asked a lot of questions, turn back and say, give a shorter answer and say, what about you? And try to get the other person into the conversation. But well done. All right, we just lost, I think, who did we lost? Oh, I think we lost Ali, the other Ali. All right, well, then what we can do is me and Hussein can have a 3-minute conversation. And if the other gentleman comes back, we'll bring him into the conversation. So, Hussein, we've got 3 minutes. Why don't I let you start off the conversation?
Okay, I don't know, maybe we can talk about my country. I don't think so if you know a lot of things about my country and I explain a little bit.
I don't know a lot
Maybe,
about your country, but let me ask you first, because I've seen you in my class many times. Are you actually a lion, or is that just a picture?
That's just a picture of course. I'm not a lion, I'm a normal human like you.
Well, I never know. Sometimes I have dogs and cats coming to class, and you never know. You never know. So tell me a bit about your
Okay.
country.
My country, maybe, I don't know, I can say Istanbul is very famous and people come to Turkey to visit Istanbul. And I currently live in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. And my country is a little bit like a history. You can find any kind of cultural reminiscences, like from the Middle Age, from the I don't know how you say it, from the very beginning of the human life. And there are a lot of cultural things in my country. It's a little bit like history here in my country. And I think there's another person who is from Iran here. And I really wonder about Iran as well. And I want to visit Iran. And my country is like history, and I think so. In general, Iran, Turkey, and some Arab countries are quite like each other. and they're different in many ways.
But what I
But
think
they
is very interesting about Turkey, um, and I'm getting different names mixed up in my head because I know a little bit about Turkey from the history because the Roman Empire, which then became the Holy Roman Empire, and then it became uh, that kind of shifted because Rome fell, and then Constantinople became the new seat of the Roman Empire, even though it was disassociated from Rome. And then it became Istanbul, so it became the seat of civilization for a long time. Then it became a seat of Christian civilization, and then it switched and it became a seat of Islamic civilization. And what really was very interesting about that place is how that Christians and Muslims come together and live side by side without a lot of tensions that we see in other parts of the world.
Do you know who conquered Istanbul? The name of
Uh,
the
I don't
king
remember his name.
Fatih Sultan Mehmed. I can write it for you if you want.
Well, we've only got 7 seconds left, so I don't think we have too much time to go into the history of that, but I think it's fascinating, especially that church, which is now a mosque, which is now a tourist attraction. You know, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. It's an amazing structure, just that it can stand in a very seismically active area of the world. And many times during earthquakes, people feared that it would fall down.
Yeah, some people wait for an earthquake in Istanbul. I think there's a dangerous fight. There's a Istanbul is in danger right now.
Well, it's a living planet, and that's part of the nature of it, of this planet. Even where I live in Canada, we get earthquakes. But on that note, let's shake things up a little bit. I'm going to give you each 3 more minutes of talk time. But again, be mindful, engage your partner. If the other person is taking over the conversation, maybe you can try politely interrupt. If you find the other person isn't talking much and they're asking lots of questions, provide shorter answers and turn it back on them and say, what about you? Or, and you. This time around, I'll change the pairing a little bit. Let's have Saiban and Hussein.
Okay.
So you guys have 3 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Saiban.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good. Thanks.
I think you are from Iraq, right?
Kurdistan region. I'm from Kurdistan region. It's still part of Iraq, but I'm Kurdish. I'm not Iraqi. I'm I am really angry with the Iraqi government. So I'm not a racist people. I mean, but I really don't like the Iraqi system.
Okay, you are Kurdish then?
Yeah, and you have a Kurdish right now in Turkey, and actually, I think you are from Turkey, yeah? Am I right?
Yes, I'm from Turkey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's already, I don't know if you're Turkish or Kurdish, but there's already
Turkish.
Okay, so there's a really big deal between us right now, in between Turkish and Kurdish right now in Turkey, as you know, and there's an airstrike on the Kurdistan region currently. Turkey F-16 airplane, they are bombarding our territory, as you know. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes, you're right, and we think there are a lot of terrorist people, and our country is giving a war against them. We don't know. As I know.
Yeah, the war is. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
For me, it is. If you ask it's true or not, I don't know. But we think that there are a lot of terrorist people like ISIS and PKK. They are almost same in the region. And they are killing the innocent people, and our country is carrying out an operation against them. I know about, and PKK is a problem for us, and for the near future, maybe there will be a problem for whole world because it's a terrorist organization and they kill people. ISIS is doing the same thing, and I don't think so if they represent the Kurdish people in the region.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I know we are not try to stay. I mean, in PKK side, I agree with you. PKK is doing something very wrong to kill, attacking the police in Turkey. I'm not with the PKK, but you know, by Turkey by attacking innocent people. I mean, by attacking PKK side, they are killing. I mean, the innocent people. So our village, there are some innocent people have been killed, have been been a victim for this airstrike. So the Turkey is not just bombarding the PKK side. I mean the PKK place is bombarding also the innocent people.
Thank you, gentlemen. And it's a tough topic. Whenever you pick up a gun against somebody else, there's always going to be innocent lives lost. My culture, my country of origin, we had a terrible war that the whole world was brought into called World War II. And we were fighting for our survival. We were one of the few countries in Europe that did not fall to Germany. But we did some terrible, terrible things against the civilian population of Germany. Yes, Germans started bombing our cities and killing our innocents. But we took that war to Germany and we killed an awful lot of Germans as well that were innocent civilians. So the unfortunate thing about war is whenever you do take up war, innocents are always going to be hurt. There's no way around it. Despite what the US says about surgical bombings, it never works out that way. Bombs are not sterile instruments. They're crude and they're vicious. But I want to try to get us away from the dark horrors of war. But it's good that you two were able to engage in a conversation. Obviously, it means something to both of you. So I think that was good. All right. Next, we have Anna and Ali. You guys have 3 minutes. And as you can see from the last conversation, if you guys want to change away from vacationing to something else, feel free to. Let the conversation drift where you would like it to.
Okay. Anna?
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah. Have you ever done any extreme sport?
Yeah, well, yes. It's not that extreme, but I go wakeboarding from
What
time
again?
to time. Wakeboarding. It's a
Okay.
sport in the ocean where you wear
Uh-huh.
a pair of boots attached to a board and you are pulled by a boat.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
people do
Yeah.
some maneuvers, however, I don't know
Okay.
maneuvers yet. What about you?
Okay. Did you like it?
I like a lot. And
Okay. Would you like to
also,
try it again?
I've been going wakeboarding from time to time. I have a boat and a board.
Uh-huh. Great. Yeah,
Wakeboarding,
I've
not
done.
my picture. My picture is not extreme sport. It's just paddleboarding.
All right.
I have a
Listen.
license to pilot a small airplane, and I
Oh,
believe it's
wow.
a bit extreme as well. What about you?
Yeah, I've done bungee jumping before. Yeah, I was in Southeast Asia, and you know, I jumped from, I think it was 50 meters high,
Awesome.
and it was, yeah, it was like just 10 minutes adrenaline, 10 seconds, sorry, 10 seconds adrenaline, but I liked it, it worth it. I had a video of it, and yeah, they took so many pictures, and the quite interesting thing about that was that I had to sign for something before doing the jump, and they insured me for, I can't recall how much, but there was an insurance on something before doing the jump. So it was a quite an experience for itself.
I can imagine it must be awesome. And would you like to go skydive once?
Wow, skydiving once. Well, I like it, but I can't, you know, think about it. It's I think it's too far for me. Maybe I could go for it 10 years ago, but I'm a bit reserved right now. How about you? Would you like to go for skydiving?
Yes, I dream about it and also hanging gliding. Uh, it's
Good.
more likely to go hanging gliding because it's much difficult to.
So exciting! Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think anybody who jumps out of a perfectly good airplane is a little bit insane, but that's my personal opinion, and I'm a little crazy as it is, so insanity isn't too far of a stretch for me. Good conversation, guys. Next we have Albina and Simon. 3 minutes of talk time. Albina, why don't you start off the conversation?
Okay, I know that men like or just adore speaking about politics, but I want to have our conversation a little bit light, and I'd like to speak about space traveling.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, there is a new kind of tourism, space tourism, commercial tourism. So, if money isn't a problem, would you like to take part in this kind of traveling?
Yes, I definitely would like to. For me right now with our technology, just going up into orbit once or twice would be exciting for me. What about you?
Uh, I would. I have been dreaming about it since my childhood. And some people say it can be dangerous, it can be harmful, it can be dreadful experience. What do you think? Would you have some problem with your health after this traveling?
No, I don't think so, but yes, it's very dangerous. We've had 2 shuttles blow up, we've had rockets blow up, we've had a crashing of Virgin Galactic, a Virgin Galactic flight. I don't remember which one. So yeah, I think it's dangerous.
Do you have any special expectation uh, concerning this traveling? So, would you like to meet some aliens? So, I'd like to speak about some kind irrational things.
Well, that would be a bonus, but that's not irrational. I think anybody who says that the idea that we're being visited by aliens or that there's no life in the universe, anyone who thinks that is a silly idea, well, to me that's ignorance. We know very little about our universe, so are we the only sentient life? Unlikely. But are there aliens visiting us? Well, I don't really know, but I'm open to evidence if it's out there. What about you?
I believe that we are not alone in the universe, and there are, of course, I am 100% sure that we are not unique, and I hope that I will meet it during my life. I will meet aliens, and they will be kind, open-minded, and they will not be harmful, and they will help us to save our planet, because human beings are main reason why our life is getting worse. Pollution, so danger for environment, and I think that we need help from above. So, do you believe in a happy future for our planet?
Well, there's potential. Unfortunately, I think there's far too many problems with us humans. Time is up. Rats, I had something really cool to say, too. I'll say there's potential, though. There certainly is. Look, guys, look at the recent technology they've made in NAND technology, flash memory. 10 times the speed, much cheaper. You know, these are big jumps in technology that can help us. All right, Hussein, you're asking me a question. Residual from age, ruins from the first age. So quite often we're talking about antiquity, the age of antiquity, or we're talking about the ancients, or prehistoric times. That's before we started writing things down. Well, we've got 10 minutes left, guys. Sorry, give me a second, Hussein. We got 10 minutes left. I do have to leave at about 5:02 because if you check on the calendar, you'll see I'm teaching a class right after this. And I need to do some stretching, get some fresh tea, and start the class. So that's why I have to leave a little early. So that gives us 1 minute of talk time each. So I'm going to rush to that now. And if you come to my next class, I can answer any questions left over from this class if you get there right at the beginning. Saiban, what did you like about this class?
I really like the class, and the reason it is because you were very fair to, let's say, spread or that give it time for each student, give a chance for each student, and each student has the same chance for speaking, the same time. And the most part that I like it's the warm up question, giving one minute at the first for each student to warm up, and then he or she will be able to speak about the topic. So I really like it, teacher. Thank you.
No, that's great. Thank you very much. And Hussein, what about you? What did you like about this class?
I don't know. It's good to have a chance to talk, and I think everybody had a chance to talk, and everybody had a chance to express their opinions, and it's great.
Is there
And
anything you would like to
kind
see?
of practice. It was kind of speaking practice, and I think we learned something, new words, and we can improve our speaking in this way.
Good. Are there anything you would like to see done differently?
No, I don't have any suggestion for you.
All right. Terrific. Thank you very much. Anna, your thoughts?
As usual, I love your class. You know that I love it very much, teacher. I love them.
I know, but it's important for me at the end of every class to gauge how it went and see if there's anything I can do. You were with me many months ago, and you've seen how I've changed the classes, how I've changed the content.
And I am very grateful.
Yeah. Well, terrific. Thank you very much, Anna. And Ali, your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks a lot for the class. I really like the class management. You give the students that much talking time rather than some other discussions. I also got to know about Brazil and a little bit of information about places perhaps to visit in the future. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. And you, Albina?
So thanks for the lesson, and I like to be in a sport. So that is why during this lesson I had this possibility, because the topic which I had chosen was the topic of our lesson. I'm happy about it, and I like that I had possibility to speak. Usually I don't like speaking classes because one student usually grabs all the time, and it is not possible to put your words into it. So it was a normal number of students in group for speaking, and the group, I like my group mates during this lesson. Everybody was so polite and nice, including our teacher.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad. I think it's very important for each of you to get a fair amount of time. And before I did do timing, it was tough because some students didn't want to talk much and others talked too much. So I found this was a very fair way of ensuring everybody has an equal amount. And after a couple of weeks of doing this, when the time ran out, people would stop because they realized they're all getting a fair share. So that's terrific. So like I said, I got to leave in about 2 minutes, but to give you guys a bit of an update, I do have a class starting, like I said, in 5 minutes. It's what I call a game class. We start by playing the game 20 questions. I'll be thinking of something like this in my head, and you guys have to guess what it is by asking questions. Is it electronic? No. Is it made of metal? Yes. Can you eat it? No. And by asking these broad questions, we get closer to it. And it's not, you're not trying to guess what it is so much as you're trying to guess what it isn't, right? You're eliminating words. You could even say, does it have 3 or less letters in it, which doesn't really help you too much, but you're trying to eliminate options, and then what is left is the item. I'll also be playing a game where you guys have to guess the number. So I'll show you pictures of houses. This will get you practicing speaking large numbers in the 6 figures and 7 figures, which some students, or a lot of students, have trouble with. So that's what I'm doing. Later this evening, my time, or morning, your time, I have another conversation class, but it's based on project management. So I'll introduce project management vocabulary, but it'll be structured in the same way as this class. But thank you so much for coming up, guys. I hope to see many of you in my next class starting in 5 minutes. If not, have yourself a great day, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.